Hi, I'm Bobby Ryan.
And I'm Tyler Ryan. We are husbands and travelers, and we are in Chiang Mai, Thailand, with our friend Wow.
Hi, Wow.
Hi, Wow. We are going to be taking you around some of Chiang Mai's most unique and wonderful Wats. Today we're at Wat Ban Den, which is about 40 minutes out of the heart of Chiang Mai. So you're gonna need either a taxi or a bus or drive yourself out here. We've only been here for a few minutes. Immediately we're taken by the stunning beauty of this place. Phra is right behind us. He is the abbot of this monastery, and since becoming the abbot in 1988, he has raised big funds to actually turn this monastery into a thriving temple center. We'll take you around and show you some of the highlights of this beautiful Wat. Throughout the temple grounds, you will see many of these white lions, like you see the one behind me, also known as Singa. They are protecting the temple from evil spirits. Chao Tan Chai is the name of this particular Buddha, and the story goes that this type of Buddha statue is actually created in a single day, and for the devoted to come and make prayers to this type of statue, their prayers will actually be granted in a very quick time period too. So the statue is made quickly so that the prayers can come true quickly. Wow has just told me that each one of these pillars was actually hand painted, not just overlaid with gold leaf, but hand painted. This is pretty incredible. This dragon here, when I first glanced at it, it looked like one long extended dragon. That it's actually a dragon coming out of another dragon, or being eaten by another dragon, depending on how you see it. Here's the mouth, and the dragon coming out of the mouth. Surrounding the temple complex is just beautiful, lush farmland. There's palm trees, and it looks like there might be some rice fields, and then a mountain backdrop. It's so beautiful. Thais believe that everyone should visit their own personal chedi at least once in their lifetimes, and their own personal chedis are based on the Chinese zodiac. These chedis are actually spread throughout Thailand, some in Chiang Mai, some in northern Thailand, some in southern Thailand. So one of the important things about Wat Ban Den is that all of the zodiac sign chedis are represented within the Wat. So you can find all 12 of the zodiac signs here and pay pilgrimage in this one spot. A whole family can come and visit, and each one can pay pilgrimage to their own chedi. My chedi is the dog, the zodiac sign of the dog, who I'm standing in front of right now. The word chedi refers to reliquary, and these chedis are such an important part of Thai culture because they are understood to contain portions of the Buddha's enlightened body after he passed away. little pieces, a tooth or a piece of bone, were spread throughout chetties all across Asia. So they are sacred, powerful sites for people to make pilgrimages to. Here I am, the monkey. Place a lot of importance on the day of the week they are born, and for each day of the week there's a Buddha posture that is represented for that day. The sleeping Buddha posture represents Tuesday. This Buddha is huge. I had no idea this was even in this Wat complex. If you come to Wat Ban Den during the middle of the day, you may find it gets quite hot here. There is a little store with water and other cold beverages, or bring your own. Also, wear some hat protection, sunscreen. The next Wat we're going to take you to, we're actually going to go visit in the evening. Hopefully it'll be a little bit cooler, and we will see you at Wat Umong. No, Wat Umong. Suthep is last.
Sorry.
We've just arrived at Wat Umong. Wat Umong is right in Chiang Mai, but as Bobby just said, it really feels worlds apart from the hustle of the city. There's not too many other folks walking around. Feels a little bit like we've got the place to ourselves. We have the abbot's office, fish feeding place, tunnel, and pagoda.
All of the trees here have plaques on them, and they're either written in Thai or English, or Thai and English, and each has a saying just to remind us of something that might be important to remember.
Wat Umong is both an active Buddhist monastery, and there's a retreat center here for guests to come and stay at for short periods of time to practice meditation, and there's also a fish feeding pond. So we have just purchased some fish food, which could also be cat food, and we're gonna see if these fish are hungry right now. I can tell that the pigeons are pretty hungry, but there are signs up everywhere saying don't feed the pigeons.
Going to the tunnel. Wat Umong was established in the 13th century, but it was abandoned in the 15th century, and it wasn't until just 1948 when it was restored to where we can now visit it again and meditate here and feed the fish. And it's just beautiful. It's on this beautiful land. I would love to spend the whole day here and just take some time to meditate and relax and really take it in. But it's beautiful at night, especially walking up to the tunnels. It has a very magical feeling to it at this time of day.
was founded in the 13th century by King Meng Rai, and who also founded Chiang Mai. And the local legend goes that this king was often given advice by a local monk who meditated in a tunnel. And as Chiang Mai became more popular and more crowded, the king actually built a tunnel just outside of the city for this monk to continue to meditate in peace. And now, Wat Umong, where it currently stands, is the home of that second tunnel that the king built for the monk. Several different areas of the tunnel system that are available for meditation, to just sit quietly for a moment. You can wander through the tunnels and find the area that calls out to you. Night has fallen completely as we wander around Wat Umong, and for everything that we now lack in sight, the sense of this place has become so much more heightened. So if you're craving some stillness in your visit, I highly recommend coming in the evening to experience this special time of day.
We are rounding out our Chiang Mai temple tour at Wat Phra Doi Suthep, and we're visiting this temple in early evening as well at the recommendation of Wow, because apparently as the sun sets, it gets very beautiful with the lighting and the sunset. So we're gonna head up and start exploring this Wat.
Kruba Sivachai, Kruba Sivachai, Sivichai. And that was in 1938. Although Wat Phra Doi Suthep dates back to the 1300s, really another important date to keep in mind is 1938, when the road to the temple was built. And that was built at the urging of the abbot, Kruba Sivuchai, who organized about 4,000 local residents to help build this road that is 11 kilometers long. People would come after their long day at work to work on this road, and amazingly, they created this road in just 5 short months. And this road actually made the entire temple accessible to the greater public.
I can go down.
God, I'm the tall one now. One of the things Doi Suthep is most well known for is its grand entrance of 309 steps leading up to the temple. You can see on either side of the steps are the water serpents, or nagas, which protect and ward off evil spirits. We are about to make the trek up this steep hill. Hopefully we can make it. We're about 25 steps into it. Doing pretty good. Feeling happy and strong. Okay, we made it up all 309 steps. At Buddhist monasteries, you can pay attention to what we call the approach. And the approach represents the difference, the transition between the sort of regular world and the sacred world. And as you walk up these steps is a perfect opportunity to sort of let your regular concerns go and turn inward. This is a statue of Phra Kuba Sivachai. The Chedi here at Wat Pratat Doi Suthep is famous for having a relic of the Buddha. It is said that there is half of the Buddha's shoulder bone in the Chedi behind me. And this site for the temple was chosen as a white elephant was carrying this bone up the mountain of Doi Suthep. And when it came to the top of the mountain, it actually collapsed and died. And this became a sign, an omen, a good omen. And the temple was built on this site.
So when we come here visiting the Wat Doi Suthep, I recommend that you should do walk around the Chedi 3 times for the respect, the pagoda, and for the merit.
To create merit.
To create merit for your life.
And we can be reciting these prayers on this sheet.
Yeah, they have the sheet right here in English version. And then you read all the time, you start reading and then you walk around the Chedi. When you finish reading one, it's the one loop. And then you start again, another 2 rounds.
Nice.
It's good for you.
Shall we try it?
We should try it.
Wow and I have just finished circumambulating the Chedi 3 times, both out of respect for the Chedi and to generate merit. It's really quite something to just focus on simply putting my feet on the smooth tiles of the floor, walking quietly around in a circle. Doi Suthep is one of Chiang Mai's most popular tourist attractions. Many visitors arrive here each day. One of the pluses about visiting in the evening is that the Chedi is illuminated with light, and it's just absolutely glowing gold. I just received a short introduction to the etiquette of waiing in front of a shrine from Wow and a monk. So what happens is bringing your palms together up to your forehead and then bowing them down to the floor 3 times, and each of those times represents the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, the 3 principles of Buddhism. So you're paying respect to those 3 as well as the shrine. This Wat is commonly known as Doi Suthep, but in fact Doi Suthep is the name of the mountain that the Wat resides on. And we are coming to the end of our Wat exploration tour. And really one of the fabulous things about visiting this Wat is to finish your tour by taking a gaze over the city. We can see for miles and miles right now. Unfortunately, it's nighttime and we can't show you in the fine detail that we can currently see. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up. We're so glad that you're watching. If you haven't already, hit subscribe so you can find out about our next video. And we
will
see
you
soon.